Awesome. So all you need for today's workout, exercise mat and dumbbells. Okay, so make sure you have that. If you don't have it right now, go ahead and just warm up, and we'll have a little time at the end to grab that. So let's go ahead and start warming up the body. We like to warm up and stretch at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with these big steps side to side. I'm going to take my shoulders and I'm going to do dramatic circles. Okay, so big shoulder rolls back and down, loosening up any tension in that upper back or neck. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Okay, so I'm doing my big shoulder rolls back and down, loosening up the tension in the upper body. If I have any forward motion, I want to make sure I correct that now. I correct my posture, my spine stacked up, my core is a bit tight, my shoulders are back and down. I don't want those shoulders scrunching up on the neck, okay? We want to keep the neck long. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go for a big reach. So when I reach, I'm not going in front of the body. I'm going to go straight up over the body, okay? Make sure you can breathe through this. We're getting that heart rate up a bit, moving the limbs. Awesome. So again, I'm doing that big reach straight overhead, warming up the arms, and I'm getting that back stretched out, okay? Feel that. Good job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my legs, I'm gonna keep them wide. And what I will do is I'm just kind of like pivoting and a little tip onto the side hip, and that other arm extends really big. And I get that nice diagonal line from side to side. I feel that stretch, shoulder, maybe in your rib cage, down to your hip. Continue to breathe. Good, you can pick up the leg pace on this one. Really make it a little bit more of a warm up. Here we go. I'm picking it up. Good. Excellent job. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Core tight. Pop the knee. Pop the knee. Excellent job. Knees coming up. Good. So I'm moving up for my hip flexor. You could do this a couple of ways. You could do the knee up like I'm showing, or you could go a little slower and kind of hug it in. Take your time and really get it in close. Good. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Keeping that going. Cool. Chest stays up. Feet are about hip width apart. And I'm going to go squat to stand. My first few squats are a little more mellow. I'm just starting to put that bend in the knee, waking up the knees, waking up the thighs, feeling that low back, feeling that glute on the stretch. And then I can come down a little bit lower into my squat. When you do a squat, the feet are flat, yes, but the body weight's anchored a little bit more in the heel, and keep your chest up, okay? I'm gonna show bad form in dropping the chest. You know what I'm talking about? This is a dropped chest. One more time. Let's not do that, okay? The other thing is knees point forward with the toes. Don't let the knees go wide. Don't let them pop in. So watch that. One more. And fantastic. So I'm gonna go modify or regular jumping jacks. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to keep the legs wide. I'm going to kick on back. Good breathing. Excellent. Keep that going. Staying strong. So what's happening here? We are stretching up the quad, warming up the hamstring, stretching as I pull back the chest, warming up that upper back. Excellent. Keep that going. Abs are tight. And I'm going to twist. Feel waking up the core, stretching out the back of the arm, stretching out. You can feel it to the hip. Continue this. Big stretch. Reach across. Keep that going. Good. Breathe. If you get dizzy, you could always just look forward like I'm showing now and just move the arms. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Abs tight, and we go to a kick out. So got a little kick out going right here. Abs are tight because sometimes there's a little bit of a lean back. And I'm gonna do that little kick out, probably below your hip, even if you have an awesome filling back, because we're just kind of working out the extension of the leg. We're moving the hip flexor, yes, extending out, feeling that hamstring. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Good. And in 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet back, hip width apart, chest stays up. I'm gonna squat down. I'm gonna pop up on the toes. Keep that going. Excellent job. Fantastic. I'm going for my squat. I'm lifting up. Looking good. And last one. And great. Okay, back to modified or regular jumping jacks. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool, hip flexors. Let's go for range of motion. Hands wherever you need for balance. Lift that knee up, circle it out wide, the best you got. Okay? Stretch out. Good. Keep that going. Stretching out the hip flexor. I'm gonna get one more, and then I'm kind of doing the reverse. I start wide and draw it in. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. And one more. Fantastic. Tighten up in the core. Hands out, maybe just for balance, or maybe they are markers where you're able to hit the foot too. So we're gonna swing kick side to side. Love this one for the stretch. I can feel it along the outside of my thigh, outside my glute. Continue to breathe. Good job. Keep that going with a swing kick. So today is uncharacteristically cold for summer. It was raining this morning. So it's August 5th, a little bit chilly. It's actually my husband's birthday. And apparently he knows, because it's his birthday, hands on the hips, that every August 5th is like the worst day of the summer, he says. He says always on his birthday, it's like the coldest day, random cold day of the year. So unfortunately, you think you're gonna have an August birthday, you're able to hit the pool or be outside, but nope, apparently we get rain usually on August 5th. Go ahead and switch direction of the circle. And great. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is I'm keeping my legs soft, especially the supported leg, and I'm gonna stretch out this leg. I don't wanna invert the knees, so keep that straight, but again, it's like soft enough where it can bend. Pop that toe, hands either on supportive leg or reach down, breathe and get your stretch. Slowly up, switch the legs up. We go straight leg, pop that toe, continue to breathe, reach on down, either reaching for your toes or hands on the supportive leg. Continue to breathe, feel the calf, the hamstring getting stretched out. Slowly we come up, back leg, back hip flexor is the focus. I take a step forward. I drive the back hip flexor forward. Now my heel is on the ground, my hip flexor's forward. I'm gonna lift up the hand and do a little bit of a pull back. This hand, if it needs to be out for balance on the hip, whatever's best for you, continue to breathe. And release, switch it up, hip flexor, let's go for it. Try and keep the heel down. Drive your hip flexor forward. I'm gonna lift up that arm. Oh, good stretch. Continue to breathe. And great. Okay, so we got in our stretching, yes. If you don't have it, go ahead and grab it. Mat, dumbbells, and your water, okay? So we will start off with just our body weight. So let's go ahead and start off with a body weight one. And I'm gonna go ahead and take you into just doing a simple squat, and then we're gonna add some stuff to it, okay? So simple squat, chest stays up, body weight back into the heels. I'm trying to aim for, if your knees are healthy and well, dipping down to about 90-degree knees. So get that butt down if you can, pop it down. And yes, I kind of do lift my hands to help out with balance. So if you want to do that with the hands, feel free. Now pay attention to your knees. Don't let them collapse in. Don't let them point wide. When we're in the low phase, when we look down, they should be about midfoot or heel. Great. Okay, so I'm going to add some movement. Now, if you're on carpet like me, this twist is going to be a little bit hard, so you're going to want to go slow so you can really get a twist off without hurting your knee or ankle. Or you can modify, and I'll show modification first, just so you know how to modify this one. So you're just going to go step it wide, step it in, wide and in. Okay, so if you can though, let's take that right leg and swing. Now both toes are facing a new direction. And again, pivot, swing, squat, pivot. And if I was on like hardwood, I'd be able to like swing this sucker a lot faster. So if you're on hardwood, go for it, okay? I'm on carpet, so I'm gonna really be careful and make sure my toes pointing the right direction before I head down into that squat. You got it? Cool, let's go. 10, good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good breathing, get low in that squat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now feel free to continue with wherever you're at, either going side to side. I'm gonna add a quarter jump. Quarter jump down, jump it on back. You never have to jump those, so either continue with what you're doing before or add in those jumps. Get ready, let's go. I'll count every other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, walk it out. It's a lot of jumping. Okay, breathe, breathe, breathe. Gather your breath, grab your dumbbells. Actually, if you want to grab some water too, I'm gonna grab a sip. Okay, so water, work the breathing, get it all under control, dumbbells in hand. Okay, so now I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna go feet just a little bit wider than hip width, but toes pointing forward. So not too wide though, okay, because you're gonna watch. So what's gonna happen here, so I'm gonna go squat down, my chest stays lifted, I do tip in the hip, so it look like this, but not dropping the chest, that's bad forward, okay? So let's go ahead, come down, and then when I pop up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring those arms up overhead, and I'm gonna push back into a lunge. And I'll show you a modification in a second. Let me go ahead and get, those of you who've been in the class and seen this one before, going. And I'll show a modification after this one. Modification for here can be no weight, squat, lunge, squat, lunge. Got it? Okay. Keep it going wherever you're at. Good swing, tricep lunge, swing, tricep lunge, swing squat, tricep lunge. As I'm looking forward, I can see myself and I want to try and get my elbows pointing forward, not wide. So do your best to keep those elbows straight over the head and pointing forward. Good breathing. Excellent job. Keep that going. Swing it. Push it back for that tricep. You're doing great. Get deep into that squat if you can. Deep into that lunge if you can. And in 4, 3, 2, and finish. 1. Great. Okay. I'm actually not going to use the dumbbells for the next one. I'll set it down. Make sure you're not going to trip on them. Out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and start off right leg forward, chest up, lunge position, okay? So here we are in a lunge. And what's going to happen with our lunge here is we're going to go ahead and almost like take like a little tip in the hip. Spine is straight through, body weight's in this front leg, not in the toe, a little bit more anchored down through the heel. And I'm in this long line, and I'm gonna go knee up, dip down, kick through. One more time, dip down, kick through. Low, knee, dip it, kick it, dip it, kick it. Got it? Okay, here we go. Knee, dip, kick, dip. What do I mean by dip? I mean add in the lunge. Knee, kick. Make sure you're adding in that lunge down before you get in the kick. So when we get in the kick, what's happening is I'm pushing down through that front leg, stomp through the heel, and then extend through the back leg. And I missed that last kick. Whoosh. Here we go. 1, 2, kick it, dip down, kick it. 1, 2, dip down, kick it, dip down. Now I'm gonna stay low. From here, my body's tipped, hold it here. We're just going body weight held in the front leg, light in the back leg. What I don't wanna see is body weight pushed back and then jumped forward. You wanna hold that torso with that front leg. Go runner. Knee is bent, pull, pull, pull. Go runner, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Repeat. Get ready. Here we go. 1, 2. Dip it. Kick it. Dip it. Kick it. 1, 2. Dip. Kick. Dip. Kick. 1, 2. Dip. Kick. Dip. Kick. 1, 2. We're on the same leg. We did not move legs. So it should be really burning right about now, okay? Let that fire up. Feel that glute. Feel that hamstring. You got it. Just a couple more. And then we're getting a little more exclusive and do a little one last one, knee. And then kick outs. Now from the kick outs, if you need to, you could stomp through and tap down, kick, tap down, kick. Or if you can, hold the knee up and rapid fire kick. Squeeze that glute, squeeze that abs, hold the balance, let's go. I'll count every other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, good job. Awesome, walk it out. Sip of water if you want it. Come back with your dumbbells in hand, okay? Water, dumbbells, and actually let's go ahead and pull out the mat. So mat out, dumbbells, and I'll meet you on the mat with your dumbbells. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and come down onto my knees. I have my dumbbells with me. With the dumbbells, I'm gonna leave them on each side of the knee. I'm gonna start up in a push-up position. Now, if you hate push-ups, I do recommend either you can do a wall push-up, you can do from the knees, body as a box, like I'll show here. You can walk the knees back. You could go onto your toes, yes. And if that just hurts the wrists altogether, you're gonna lay down on the back. Again, laying from the back, you would do a chest press instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with normal push-up, and we're gonna add to fun things with the push-up. So again, from the knees, from the toes, I'm gonna go knees. Again, you could do body as a box. I'm gonna lower down, your body is a plank, so abs tight. Elbows go back and a little bit wide, and let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and you can be on your toes. 4, good breathing, push forward. 3, spine is straight through the neck. 2, abs stay tight. And 1, coming up. I'm on my knees. I could sit back on my knees. If you absolutely hate being on your knees, you could stand up. I'm gonna do a kneel, okay? So here I am on my knees, and you're fine just being forward. I'm gonna go ahead and kneel like this. So I'm gonna go arms up, lateral raise. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. The weight goes back down and wide. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add some stuff with my arms. I'm gonna go ahead and go push up, arm up, push up, arm up. You do not have to add if push-ups are a struggle enough. You could try and do this from the toes. It's gonna be very hard. Okay, abs have to absolutely remain tight. Are you ready? Let's give it a try. Push up, lift, push up, lift. Now, if you're crazy advanced, next level, you could do alternating leg up with it. Okay, so what I mean by that is you'd have to do your push up from the toes. You'd have to feel complete control doing it with the arm up. And you would simply just pick the opposite leg of the arm off the ground. You can try that out. It's gonna be crazy challenging. Good breathing, good breathing. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to your knees. Standing, or you could sit back, up to you. From here, arms are wide, over body extend and breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little cardio push. I don't want the weights for this one. I'm gonna move them a little bit out of the way because I don't want my legs to hit them. So I'm gonna go a little cardio push on this next one. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go runner, okay? So jogger, runner, whatever you got. Try to keep that body in a plank, run it. Now, if it's too much, you could go to your knees. You have options. You can lift the arms, or you can pop the leg up side to side, okay? Getting ready, whatever you got, abs tight, let's go. And my runner is not very spectacular right now. I think you can go much faster, and you can keep your body, your core a little bit straighter than me, okay? Because my butt's a little bit up. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Push for it. We're getting that heart rate up. We're challenging the abdomen. We're challenging the arms. 10 seconds, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The other thing that I can't do, obviously, is pull my knee up tight. If you can, when we do those little segments, pull the knee in tight and then extend it back out to really work the abs. Okay, fantastic. Flip it over. Let's get the other side. So with this other side, what we're gonna aim for, still working upper body, still working core. So my first one I'm gonna go for is going to be my legs up tabletop. And all this is options. If it's too much, keep the legs down, that's totally fine. Legs up tabletop, hands up straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna extend my right arm and my left leg. Right arm, left leg, okay? So I'm gonna extend it out. Just reach down as far as you can with the arm. Pull it back. Switch. Alternate arm, leg. You okay? Try it out. If it feels like too much, you could ditch the weight. You don't have to go arm over head. You can go arm up and down instead. You don't have to do leg out. Legs to be on the ground, so just play with it. You want to work upper body, but the legs are too much, set the legs down. Upper body, you want to work the abdomen with the leg stuff. You can do that and just set down the weight. Okay? That's how I would modify this one. Keep it going, keep it going. And now, range of motion wise, you don't have to reach to the floor. Okay? It requires a little bit of range of motion in that shoulder joint. If you don't have it, don't do it. Or you could go no weight at all and just work the stretch. And I have one more. And great. Good, I'm gonna go legs down, they're hip width apart. And from here, my arms are wide, my palms are up, a little bend in the elbow, no bend in the wrist. I'm gonna drive up my heels and lower down. So what's happening here? I said drive up the heels, that's not a good description. I'm gonna drive up the butt, bring that spine into a nice line. It's gonna go a line all the way up to the glutes, squeeze the glutes up to the top, push down through the heels, body weight pushing down through the heels. Good job. I'm gonna keep my knees pointing forward with the toe on this one. Continue to breathe. As I'm doing that all the while, I'm doing my chest fly, working out the chest. Continue to breathe. And great. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lift up my hip. My hip is in this nice line. I'm not overextending, okay? So get that hip in a line. The arms go wide, okay? So here we go. We're gonna keep the hip up. I'm gonna alternate my arm. So right now this requires a little bit of balance. We're going right arm, left arm. Continue to breathe. Let's do 8. 8. 7. Keep that other side wide. 6. Core tight, core tight. 5. If this is too much, set your butt down on the ground. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Now the arms go wide. They hold against gravity. If you can, lift a leg and alternate. And again, you don't have to do this. You could simply just hold the arms wide with the legs down, okay? Or you could set the butt down and lift a knee like I'm showing now, okay? What can you do? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, keeping with this whole trend of working that upper body with the core. I'm gonna have you do tricep push-up. Arms are straight, right? And I'm gonna crunch to up. And how high up can you get? Maybe you're able to get all the way up. And then you're gonna go one more tricep push-up. Arms extended, lower down, soft back. Tricep push. Lift up. Tricep push. Lower down. Now you can do this a few ways. You can make it much harder. And I'm going to show you by lifting your legs up and go up, lift up as high as you can. You can get up higher than me. And one more time up and lower down. You can keep the legs bent. The way I have to do it at this point is have my knees bent and away from me. So go, keep going. Tricep, lift, tricep, lower, keep it up, keep it up. You'll probably be able to go a little bit faster than me, but also maintain control, okay? So don't just jerk the body around, have intentional control. And things I wish I could do a little bit better, and I'll get there again, I wish my hands could be straight up when I push to up. But as it is right now, I'm using them for momentum and pushing them forward. So to make it harder, you would want to keep your arms up and then do your crunch to up or sit up and then lower back down. I have one more, let's do it. And good. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take it to sitting in a seated V. So seated V, if it hurts your back, you're gonna sit upright and that's fine. Just work your core by holding good posture. But if you can, seated V, I'm gonna go onto my heels and I'm gonna lower down to what I can control. So some of you guys can get down pretty low. I don't wanna go rigid back. I wanna keep my low spine soft, tucked, abs super tight, okay? So seated V to what you can control, what feels okay. So my seated V is not down very far, but if you can go farther, please do. I'm gonna alternate my bicep. Alternate my bicep curls. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna round forward, take a breath. When you're ready, come back down. My arms are up. So if you're tired, you're gonna wanna lower your arms and then lift up. Or you can lift up those elbows and press, press, press. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna round 4, and I have one more left in me. This one's gonna be pretty challenging, so if it's too much, feel free to take it back to arms down and alternating curl. I'm gonna put those arms up on a tabletop, and I'm gonna extend one arm out and in at a time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Take your time coming up, grab yourself a sip of water. We're gonna reset. I'm gonna put the dumbbells off to the side. I'm gonna move the mat out of the way. We are going back to legs. Grab some water, recover, make some space. Water, breathing, recover. Make sure you're ready to move on before we do move on, okay? Let's go ahead and start things off just with 10 squats, get back into legs, and then we're gonna start doing the rotating squat on the other side. So last time we went to our right, this time we'll go to our left, and you never have to jump. You can feel free to modify. Your modifications for this one would be stepping out wide. Got it? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start 10 normal squats. 10, 9, good breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're on hardwood, you're gonna be able to move a lot faster than me. Feel free to go for it. I'm gonna take my time and make sure my toe is pointing the right direction before I bend that knee. Keep going, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm adding in the quarter jump. You never have to jump. Feel free to, like, if you want to mix it up though, you can do like that side squat, lift up, side squat, lift up. But again, you never have to jump. Okay, so I was really nasty last time For whatever reason, I counted every other. So unfortunately, we have to do that again. So get ready. Make sure your breathing's okay. You don't have to go for 20, just get as many as you can in. Get ready, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Breathe. Grab your dumbbells. Grab some water if you want. Okay. So I'm gonna go feet about hip width apart. Mine are a little bit wider. Toes are pointing forward. I'm gonna come down for a squat, drop the weight, keep the chest up, arms come up, step back, lunge. So get ready, squat, lunge. Your modification is squat, lunge, 0 weight. Figure out which one you're doing, let's go. Good breathing. Excellent job. Keep that going. Beautiful. Go into my squat. I'm pushing my lunge. When I'm in my lunge, body weight's in that front leg. I'm attempting to keep my elbows pointing forward. I know they're not perfect. I'm trying. Get down low in those squats and lunges if you can. And in 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Set the weight out of the way, don't trip on them. Okay, so now we're going left leg. So left leg is forward. I'm gonna go ahead, little tip of the hip. Body weight is set in this front leg, but not in the toe, okay? More in the heel. I go knee up for 2. 1, 2. Then I dip down, push through that front leg, kick. Dip down, push up to get through the front leg, kick. Okay? Here we go. Knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick, knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick. Got it. Let's go. Make sure if you can do it, dip it down, push through that front leg. You're gonna really feel your glutes and hamstring fired up. Knee, knee, dip it, kick it, dip it, kick it, knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick, knee, knee. Keep it up, keep it up. Good job, good job. Get that knee up. Working good. Woo. Knee, knee, dip, kick. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna come down low, get in a runner. Remember, my tilt at my hip, my spine is straight. Pop that knee. Let's go. Pop, pop, pop. Get that knee up. Move it fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Body weights in that front leg. Pushing down in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo. Repeat. Come low. Knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick, knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick, knee, knee. Good. You got this. Keep it up. Beautiful job. Keep it going. Knee, knee, dip, kick, dip, kick, knee, knee. You got this. Okay, two more, let's go. Get that kick off. Okay, last one. Knee, knee. Now dip it, kick it, and remember, we're gonna keep that body up. If you need to tap down and kick, that's fine. Get that knee up, height of the hip, and extension out, we're counting together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Good job, good series. Okay, sip of water, grab your breath, pull out that mat, have your dumbbells. Let's hit it to the mat with our dumbbells. Good job. Okay, so here I am. I'm on my mat. I'm getting ready. And we're going through a push-up series. And remember, we're trying to work like core and upper body together. So let's go ahead and do a push-up where you could either be body as a box, you could be on your knees, and I'm gonna choose on my knees, or you could be on your toes, okay? If you're on your toes, it'll be a straight leg up. If you're on your knees like me, you're gonna go ahead and as you bend your elbows, you're gonna extend a leg, squeeze that glute, squeeze that hip flexor, squeeze that low back, and you're gonna switch the legs up. So what you want is to have a nice long line. You don't want it to overarch your back though too, okay? So that means just because you do have the flexibility to maybe kick higher, you want to more so just keep that leg straight and flexed and work that glute and hamstring. And you can do this from your toes. If you want to make it harder in the upper body, by all means, go to your toes, just lift the leg up straight a little bit. You're only getting a few inches off the ground, that's fine. Continue to breathe. And then 10, 9. So how I would modify this one, if you don't want to do arms, that's fine. You could just mark donkey kicks one side to the other, okay? Or you could go body a little bit more in a box, like I'm showing now. I'm gonna keep my legs out a little bit and engage the core. You only got a few more left. I hope you're still going when I'm talking. Good job, let's do 3, 2, and 1 more. And 1, fantastic. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead, onto the knees, onto the knees. Cool, okay. You could, again, sit back, kneel, or stand up. Those are your options. I'm gonna go ahead and do arms wide, come down, rotate the hand, arms forward. Wide to forward. Now, I really wanna be tight in my abdomen, hip flexor, and low back, so that I'm not swinging my body to get off this motion, okay? So tighten up in that core. Continue to breathe. You got this. Keep it going, keep it going. Arms go wide, come in, and then we're down. Excellent job. Keeping that strong. Looking good. Staying strong. Great job. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it up, 1 more, and great. Okay, so I'm gonna set the weights out of the way a bit, so they're going up and to one side, and I'm gonna stay back so that I don't hit it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going into, last time we did an arm lifting one, we went straight up with the arm. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go abs tight, and I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna try and pull my knee to the elbow. And I can't get that range, but I think you could probably get it. So you want to pull that knee pretty much to the elbow if you can, all the way to the side and elbow. You can do this from the knee too. Pop it, pop it. So again, from the toes or from the knees, holding a plank, keep that core tight, lift that one knee up, and we're really holding our body weight through the arms, okay? So go ahead and keep that going. Keep that going. Excellent job. Keeping that up. Staying strong. Good job. And one more each side. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, coming up, if your wrists need a break, feel free, circle them out one way, circle them out the other, up, down, side to side. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my weights again. Have my weights in my hand. And from here, I'm gonna come up, strong to that body. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back of my arm, the back of my hand. I'm gonna pull it wide, lift it up, back down, and again, pull it in. So now when I pull it in, really engage your chest, get those elbows in there tight. Okay, ready? Lift, pull tight, get the chest. So to get it tight, you need to get the elbows in, pinching, flex your chest. Keep that going. 10, good breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Again, weights are off to the side. I don't want to hit them by accident. I'm going to go ahead and move into straight hands down. And remember how I did like runner that one last time? We're going to go similar to runner, but I'm going to go ahead and tip my hip, come back. And I want you to kind of go fast. Now, I can't actually really do this one. So watch what I'm doing. Tipping the hip, and I'm going runner. So I'm going to do normal runner, but if you can, add in that rotation toward your core. Getting ready, getting set. Let's hit it and go. Keep your core tight. Strong in the arms. Pull that twist if you can, dropping hip. Good job. Continue to breathe. Keep it up, keep it up. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. Okay, shake it out, shake out the wrist, flip it over. If you can, flip it over. Dumbbells in hands, legs up, tabletop. Let's hit it. So remember this last one? I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm gonna go alternating. Let me just move my hair on my face, sorry about that. I'm gonna alternate right arm down, left leg down. Now for some of you guys, maybe your range of motion is only like a few inches back, and that's fine. If you can, by all means, go to the ground, get that leg low, pop it up, and switch. But any variation in there or any degree in there, even if you're only going down the leg 2 inches, down the arm 2 inches, that's fine. Now, if you need to, just do one or the other. Choose upper body or lower body and just do one or the other. You could always set down the weight and do no weight and leg, or you can do dumbbells and keep the feet on the floor. Got it? Keep it going. I'm going to try and control this a little better. I want to go down slow and bring it up slow. I don't want to rest my weight on the ground. I want to barely graze the ground and then lift back up. Good breathing. Excellent job. Keeping that going. Finish it up, finish it up. Let's actually go one more to each side. So finish it up here, and great. My feet are hip width apart. My arms are wide, no bend in the wrist, little bend in the elbow. I am gonna drive up my hip and get the glute off the ground and in a nice line. My leg, glute, spine should all be in a nice line. Continue to breathe, squeeze that glute up. Good job. Now let's focus in on arms. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my arms in. I wanna feel where the arm connects to my torso. Feel that outermost chest. Flex it, squeeze it, pull it in. Continue to breathe. Nice, good breathing. You got that? You're doing great. Okay, keep it going. Let's do 5 more, then we'll switch it up. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And great. Okay, so not done yet. I'm gonna keep my hips up. I'm gonna squeeze that glute. Make sure the knees are not dropping wide. They stay even. I go one arm down, pull it in, one arm down, pull it in. And I continue to breathe. Keep that going. And in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to skip the leg one because of time. I want you to pop into the crunch one. So again, your legs can be bent straight up or on the ground. I keep mine on the ground. And I'm going to go ahead and go tricep press. Arms are straight. Now I need you to crunch up to whatever you got. Maybe it's a sit-up, full-on sit-up. I'm going to show full-on sit-up. But again, you could just do a crunch. And then I'm going to go one more tricep press. Down. Tricep press. Push it up. Tricep press. Bring it down. Continue to breathe through these. And again, you do not have to crunch all the way up or sit up like I'm doing. You can just do a simple little crunch up, tricep up, tricep down, okay? So do what you can do. Continue to breathe. And in 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, so actually I'm going to have you sit up in a seated V, so I'm just going to stay up. So I'm going to go ahead and go onto my heels. And I'm going to keep my low back. I want to keep that soft, natural curvature. I don't want to go rigid spine. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten up a lot more in my abs. I'm going to lower down to what I feel comfortable in my seated V. If you're not comfortable with the seated V, just sit upright. And we're going to go bicep curl alternate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round that spine, lower down. Fantastic. Lift up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Round that spine, lower down to what you feel comfortable. Last one, you have options. You can go back to that first one, the bicep curl up and down, or you can go ahead and keep the arms out on that invisible countertop and extend. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good job, good job. I'm gonna go right into a stretch. So all I'm doing for me is moving my waist out of the way and I'm grabbing my stretching strap and then I'm gonna lay down, okay? So I'm gonna lay down on my mat. Hands overhead, long body, long spine, and continue to breathe. My hands are over the head, long body, long spine, deep breathing. We wanna make sure we get lots of good breathing in at this point. Stretching out the shoulders, stretching out the abdomen, stretching out the back. Take a deep breath in, release, hug your knees. Continue to breathe. Pull your knees in tight, tightly to your chest. Let that low back round. Now release how tight the grip is and draw circles with the knees. I'm doing circles for the knees. I'm going to switch direction of the circle for the knee. I feel my low back loosening up. Good job. From here, my arms are open, my knees are bent, and I drop the legs side to side. I do have to lift my arms, but try to keep your arms on the ground, okay? So drop your legs side to side, continue to breathe. and great. Okay, so now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my stretching strap. You can just use your hands if you'd like. You're gonna grab one leg at a time. And the other leg can either stay bent on the ground, foot on the ground, or you can straighten it out. It's up to you. Continue to breathe. So here I am, straight leg. Feeling that stretch to the back of the leg. Continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Excellent job. Point the toe down and keep that heel up. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg, same side arm down to the ground, diagonal across the body. Point the toe down. And release. Switching the legs up, grab your other leg. From here, I have a straight leg. Continue to breathe. Point the toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg. Same side arm down to the ground. Bring that leg straight and diagonal across that body. Straighten it out. Point the toe down. Breathe. Slow release. Right leg, left thigh. You can put your leg, hands through, hug it in, or you can sit up to you. Continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Opening up the hip, feeling that stretch to the glute. Good breathing. And slow release, switch the legs up. Opening up the hip, stretching out the glute. Good breathing. Great, I'm gonna extend the legs out. I'd like you to keep your legs together and really push the heels out, and toes may even come back in a little bit. You're gonna fold over, grab your calf, your ankle, whatever you can do. My range is changing, so I'm gonna go ahead and open my legs a bit. I fold over. I feel that stretch in the back of the legs and in the low back. You don't want to overstretch it. Stretching should be maybe challenging, but should never be uncomfortable. Good job. From here, I'm going to go ahead and move to soles of the feet together. So when I go soles of the feet together, from here, I'm going to tip at the hip. You don't have to do this part. If this is like enough of a challenge, you stay here. If you want to, you can tip at the hip and kind of slowly tip over. Push down with your elbows and breathe. If you want to make this one even harder, you could by extending the legs out. You do not have to. You can stay where you're at. So legs can go out. You can walk the hands out. You can put a bend in the elbow. You could even bend and reach side to side. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take it to laying on your stomach. So your stomach, not mine. And you're going to extend up through the palms, and you're going to get your cobra stretch, stretching out the low back and the abdomen. Make sure you're long through your neck. You're getting a little stretch to the neck as well. So you go there. I'm doing like a modified one. I'm just on my knees. But again, you start on your stomach and then lift up to either forearms or hands. Continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Excellent job. Slow release. I'm going to push back into child's pose. Relaxing for the low back, relaxing for the glutes. Continue to breathe. Slowly I come up. From here, I'm on all four core. I'll take a step forward with one leg. I'll drive that back hip flexor forward. I have a stretch to the back hip flexor. Continue to breathe. If you want to make it harder, yes, you can modify. If not, ignore what I'm doing. Stay where you're at. Breathe. Excellent job. Good breathing. Perfect. And we switch. And good. And release that. Slowly, we're going to go ahead and make our way to standing up. So take your time, slowly come up. Make sure you have nothing to trip on. Everything's out of the way. Once you've come up, shoulders back and down, continue to breathe. Again, take your time, especially when we go up to down. I'm going to go one hand up. My feet are about hip width apart, move a little wires, okay. And I'm going to tip at my hip. I'm going to reach for my calf, my ankle with the other hand, and I breathe. I feel that stretch, feel it in the hip, feel it in the back, and release, neutral, take a breath. Switch it, hand up, reach down, and breathe. And good, and coming up, shoulders are back and down. I'm gonna go one arm across the chest, continue to breathe, and release, switch the arms up, continue to breathe, and release, elbow up, stretch it out, slow release, elbow up, stretch out that tricep, and release. Shoulders are back and down, big circles back and down. From here, I'm going for the chest. I'm gonna stretch open. So I'm opening up, my thumbs are open. They go back, I stretch my chest, continue to breathe. Now I'm gonna go ahead and round in and I fall forward. If you can't fall forward, that's okay, just round in the arms. And I'm gonna go ahead now and just reach for the ground, straighten out the back of the legs, falling forward. Now I roll the vertebrae one on top of each other, one at a time, righting my posture all the way to the top. When I reach the top, the shoulders are back and down, and again, back and down, keep them back and down. Chin goes down, I'm gonna go side to side, keeping the chin down on the chest, just a half circle, shoulder to shoulder, taking that nice and slow. Once you've done that, we're gonna go ahead and come up slow motion, and I'm gonna slowly, little slack jaw, look over the shoulder as far as I can. And I go other side. I come back to neutral and I look up. And release back to neutral. Awesome job, you did it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you.